I'm going to try my hand at a little tutorial here on how to post lesson plans using Google Calendar in your Adhesion page. Right now, a lot of people have different places where they post their lesson plans on Adhesion. Some people have them on pages. I have them in the blog section. So I'll just show you what a typical lesson plan that I currently have is like. I'll have the date and I will have what we're doing, any supporting videos that need to be there, and attachments. That's generally how I do each daily lesson plan. I know others do it differently. I'm going to show you how I do my daily lesson plan on Google Calendar and then how to put that Google Calendar onto Adhesion. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to take this information and show you how that would go on a Google Calendar. So to find Google Calendar, you're logged into Google Chrome. You go up here to where these boxes are. These are your Google apps. Then you go and find the one labeled Calendar. So I'm going to label Calendar right there. All right, and so everyone should have a general calendar where they can put all of their information, and then you are able to create other calendars as well. You can see here I've created a calendar for my American Studies class. To create a new calendar, go to this little arrow and go to Create New Calendar. You're going to title your calendar, so say it could be Creative Writing. You could write a description. You don't need to. You could write, this is the calendar for creative writing. You can write down a location, but really I feel like both of these are unnecessary, so why write it down? But if you always meet in a classroom that's maybe not your classroom, you could write down the location. Calendar, time zone, Central Time. All right. Then down here is the interesting box. This is how you say you will share this calendar. So you're wanting to share this calendar so other people can see it. So you make sure to press share. It'll automatically go to share this calendar with everyone in the organization Ballard Community School District. This means that anybody who has a Google account through Ballard, so all other teachers and all students that have the @ballardbombers.org at the end of their Google account can see the calendar. You can set it to see all events and details, or you can set it to see only free busy. If you are using this for a website, please set it to see all event details so that students will be able to see this as a lesson plan. I would also click Make this calendar public. This means that anybody can see this. They do not have to be signed in to a Google account. The reason I would say make this public is so that parents would be able to see your lesson plans on Google Calendar. Again, you can do see only free busy, hide details, but then people won't be able to see what you've added to the calendar. It'll just show up as you are busy at that time. So I would recommend going see all event details. This means you probably don't want to put personal information on this calendar because the entire public can see it. You also have the option of sharing with specific people. And so you could enter in their email address, and then you give them a certain level of permission. So if you were co-teaching a class, you could have the person, you could share it with them and give them permission to make changes to your calendar. All right. Generally, you don't want to do that unless you're sharing your class, or perhaps you have a student teacher that would like to also make changes and share your calendar. So this is what I do. Just make sure to have share calendars with other there, and then go to create calendar. I'm going to go to cancel because I've already created my American Studies calendar. All right, so I have my American Studies calendar, and I have my general calendar here. You should, once you've created a new calendar, you should be able to see your class calendar. Then if you want to create an event, you go down to create an event on this calendar. And then it will give you what to title your event. It'll give you time frame, a location, description. All right, so the way I foresee myself using this in terms of lesson plans is just to enter an event for each class I teach in the day. So I teach only one class, 6 sections all day, American Studies. And so what I would enter in for my event title would probably just be American Studies, and then I'm going to enter in just what we're studying that day. So add analysis. All right, so that's what I would write in there. Location, say we're in someplace besides my room, I can say LMC. Time, for me, the time doesn't really matter because students will have it all throughout the day. So I'm just going to leave it at whatever the default is. And then in the description area here, I'm going to write what we're doing during the day. So if I would use this one as an example, I would just write down what we're going to do throughout the day. All right, so I'm going to just copy and paste this in to here so that we can say. You can see my first thing is vocabulary words can be found here. What I have done in Adhesion is I put a link to the vocabulary page. You do not have that ability, so what I'm going to do is just copy and paste the URL, and I'm going to add it in here by copy and pasting this URL in your search bar. All right, so then if students want to be able to find the vocab list, they'll just have to copy and paste this in. All right, in addition, I have this video that I've put in and embedded into my web page. I do not have the ability to embed on Google Docs, so I am going to just copy and paste this right here. Like that, so that students could copy and paste this in if they would like to use it. All right, also here I have an attachment that I've put on. So what I'm going to do is go to Add Attachment. Now the option it gives you is to upload attachments from your Google Drive. So you may not have your documents converted yet into Google Drive documents. That's okay. You just go to Upload, and you can drag files or select them from your computer, and it will automatically upload them. So I'm just going to put down fall semester final. And so what's that's doing, it's uploading it. I'm going to go to Upload. It's going to upload, and now it has put it as a attachment here. So I'm going to go back through this and make sure we have everything. One, I have the title for what I want the event to show up like. You could also put just a date up here, I suppose, too. I'm going to have where it is, all right, which is really unnecessary. I'm going to make sure it's on my American Studies calendar rather than on my own personal calendar. So I'm going to click American Studies, and then I have the information about what we do during the day. Obviously, I could put due dates down here as well, and I have an attachment. All right, so I'm going to make sure to make this public so anybody can see it, and then I can press Save. So that has been added, and you can see it's been added right here. Now when students click on it, they'll be able to go and see all of this information. Now any attachments that you need to add, you need to make sure are, so I'm going to open this up in my Google Docs. You need to make sure that they are public so that anybody can view them. So to do that, you go to the document, as I just did, and then you are going to go down to Advanced, and you're going to click this. Right now it's set up as who has access, private, only you. So if I had it as an attachment on my Google Calendar and students clicked on it, they would see a box that says you do not have access to this. To change this, I'm going to go to Change, and you have several options here. If If you want people only signed into their Google Calendar or their Ballard Google account, you can click here. I'm going to click to public on the web. Anybody can see it because I want parents to be able to see this as well. So I'm going to click Save. Done. All right, now I can X out of here because I've clicked here to make sure that it is public. So now you are all done. Save. Now, how do you take this and put it on your adhesion page? I will show you how to do that in a next video.